Americans disliked Montgomery because of his overly arrogant and self-righteous attitude. He was a firm believer in the British ways of doing things and had difficulty adapting to the American ways. He was known to act like a dictator and show no mercy or understanding for the American soldiers. His attitude and methods alienated many American soldiers, who felt he was out of touch with the realities of war. He also seemed to represent the British Crown, and was viewed as not respecting American interests. The fact that he was a British Major General working as a leader of the Continental Army didn't help matters either. Montgomery also acted arrogantly towards the elected officials of the American states, further damaging his reputation. He believed in a strict chain of command and didn't tolerate anyone questioning his orders or defiance from his subordinates. His overly dictatorial attitude caused many American officers to grow frustrated with Montgomery's commanding style. Montgomery viewed American soldiers and officers with contempt, often treating them disrespectfully despite their service and rank. Montgomery had disdain for the American strategy of recruiting military from the lower classes. He was also a strong opponent of the egalitarian policies that were at the core of the rebel Americans' way of life. He was also dismissive of the American military's own military procedures and tactics, often finding them lacking compared to the British. He also refused to grant any promotions to the American officers that had served him. Montgomery also had a disdain for the disorder and lack of discipline among the American soldiers, viewing them as undisciplined and unprofessional. He also expressed a stubborn belief that the Americans were not capable of winning the revolution without the help of the British. His condescension and lack of respect for the American soldiers had a deeply damaging effect on morale. Additionally, his insular views meant that he refused to listen to the advice of the American generals and officers. He was known for financial mishandling and was accused of having funds of the Continental Army misappropriated. Montgomery often took credit for victories that the Americans had achieved without acknowledging their contribution. His condescending attitude and disrespect for the American soldiers wore thin and caused resentment among the ranks. His position as a foreign commander leading the American Army also led to a lack of credibility among some of the rank and file. His unwillingness to adapt to the local customs and ways of the American Army didn't endear him to the troops either. Ultimately, Montgomery was viewed as a symbol of British imperialism, rather than a leader of the Continental Army. He was often seen as a symbol of British oppression and was despised by many American soldiers.